I'm the Small One, written by George Anthony Coles, illustrated by Begonia Coburn-Lynn. A focus question. What does the main character learn about herself in this story? I'm smaller than everyone else my age. In the halls at school, the bigger kids sometimes bump into me or step on my toes. Sorry, Sophie, I didn't see you, they say. At the playgrounds, little kids always want to play with me. Some even try to boss me around. Don't climb up that big slide, little girl, one kindergartner warned me last week. You might fall and hurt yourselves. I think I'll be okay, I said. She watched me slide down, her mouth gaping open. My best friend, Casey, is one of the tallest kids in second grade. Her legs are so long that when she walks, I have to jog to keep up with her. Sometimes grown-up ask her, "Who's your little friends?" And one day while I was over the Casey's house, her grandma thought Casey was babysitting me. I used to try to make myself taller. I hung up the tree in our backyard to stretch out my limbs. I even ate my vegetables, all of them, but I never seemed to grow. Don't worry, Mom said. Being small has its perk. Did it? I never noticed any. One day, Mrs. Alvarez told the class that we'd be putting on a spring day. I practiced all the lines before the audition, but I never got a chance to deliver them. As soon as I walked on stage, Mrs. Alvarez cried out, "Sophie, you'll be perfect as the elf. You're just the right size for the costume." When auditions were finished, Mom was waiting outside for me. "Mrs. Alvarez made me an elf," I grumbled. "I don't want to be in the play anymore." "Ah, honey," she said, "I know you didn't get the parts you wanted, but I also know you love acting. I'll bet you'll be the best elf in the play." That won't be hard to do, I thought, since I'm only elf in the play. Mia got the lead role, a girl walking through the fairy forest in search for her lost dog. In the last scene, she finds a box under the giant mushrooms. When she opened it, guess what came out? Mrs. Alvarez's dog, Prince Blaze, the dog roll. She brought him to all the rehearsals. He likes all the kids, but she seems to like me best. The night of the show, my first line came early. "Let's ask the Fairy Queen." Dramatic stuff. At the end, When Mia opens the box, Prince jumps out as planned. He jumped into the giant mushrooms though, which fell over. Then he leaps off the stage and disappeared underneath it. Mrs. Alvarez called him, but he whimpered and refused to come out. The lights came on in the theater. An audience started to fidget and in the seats. The entire class gathered at the edge of the stage. "How are we going to get him out of there?" Mrs. Alvarez asked. "I'm small enough to squeeze under there," I said. "I'll get him." I crawled through the dust and the cobwebs beneath the stage until I reached Prince. As I talked to him softly, he licked my face. When we emerged together, the audience clapped and cheered. In fact, we got more applause than the stars at the end of the show. My parents were proud, and so was I. After that, I stopped worrying so much about my size. In fact, I decided that my mom was right. Being small has its perks.